What up, everybody? This is Bam Bam Searches It All, and today we are back on them $1 hair bills. In front of me, I have 10 straps of 100 $1 bills. So we got 1,000 bills to search. Bank teller hooked it up. If she's watching this, thank you, because these are actually Loomis. She has to rewrap them for whatever reason, because I asked, where are the stamps at? And she said that they have to rewrap them for whatever reason. So I feel really good about this. The last video I did with Loomis, we were pretty successful with finds, so I'm feeling pretty hopeful with these. So I'm going to unwrap these. I'm going to do the first $100, and what I'm looking for are fancy serial numbers like birthday notes, anniversary notes, radar notes, and definitely I would love to see star notes. One per strap is always kind of the, where you want to be, but anything more than that is always good. So I'm going to go ahead and get in the hunt, and I'm going to bring you back with the wrap up unless something crazy hits the board after the first 100. All right, everybody, strap one is done. No star notes, unfortunately, but I do have this. I have 4 notes here I want to talk about real quick. This is minty fresh. It does have a couple little things I just noticed, but this is a trinary note. Had that 9 been a 0 or a 7, it would be a binary note, and they do fetch more than face value. I will put a link in the description for some research purposes for you guys to check out. I am probably going to keep this because it is a crispy trinary, and maybe I'll get $3 for it or something, but hey, a profit is a profit. I wanted to talk about this one. I'm off by about 140. 4, 5, 6, 8, 8, 6. Had that been 8, 6, 5, 4, that's what's called a radar note. Again, links in the description for research. Radar is 4 forward and 4 backwards, mirroring one another. So unfortunately, that one's going back to the bank. This one is almost a broken ladder note. So we have 0, 1. Let's make this 3 a 2. And then we got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if you have a 0 through 7, 1 through 8, or 2 through 9 broken ladder, they do fetch a little bit of extra face value. And Milton, I've got your $1 bill. Come get it. Next. All right, everybody, 2 straps done, and we are par on the star. We got 2 star notes in the second strap, so we're back to where we like to be, 1 star note per strap. And then I've got 2 very interesting ones here. This ink on here, I looped it. It looks similar. I might call in an expert or phone a friend and see what they think, but it's probably just a highlighter. It's off, especially now that I'm looking at it through the phone. It's probably just a highlighter, but I'm gonna verify that. And then the oldest bill I have found in circulation, 1981. I mean, it's not a potential web note, which web notes are 1988 alpha, 1993, and 1995. Those web notes would have the printing plate number next to In God We Trust. So don't have the potential for that, but nevertheless, that is pretty cool to get, 42 years later, dollar bill on my desk that was printed 42 years ago. Anyways, coming in, strap 3. Let's get some more stars and some more goodies. Strap 3's done, and we are still par on the star. Let me go ahead and put this napkin over here. We'll get to that in a second. This would have been an amazing note because it would have been a ladder note and a radar. 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2. I'm 13 away. Going back to the bank. We did get 2 more 1999s. No fancy serial numbers, unfortunately. I'm going to send this one back, and this one, it's a little bit less of a napkin. Still a napkin. Two notes I want to talk about real quick. Off center cut. If you notice the border here and here, it's fairly thick. And then this one and this one are fairly thin. If this napkin was a brand new napkin, this would probably fetch, a little bit of profit, but unfortunately not. If it was in this condition with the double off center like that one had, this would probably be worth, a few more bucks in face value. I'm going to go ahead and keep this just to see, because it is a brand new 2021 series, and I know that some newer collectors do like newer bills. Real quick, do we have a web note? We do not. Printing plate is down here, and it is not up here. Unfortunately, going back to the bank, on to the next strap. Let's keep the goodies coming. Well, 4 straps in, and now we're below par for the star. We did get some consecutive numbers. I do like to use these for money origami on my eBay page, so that's pretty legit. And we got a few little things to talk about. This napkin is a broken ladder note, 0 through 7. Definitely a keeper, because somebody will want it. Pretty cool find. This is a 3-digit bookend, almost a radar if some numbers would have been changed, but it's a 3-digit trinary with the 3-digit bookend, so probably a keeper. I'll do some research. Maybe it's worth $5, $10. I wanted to talk about this one. While this one does have 5 2s, they're not consecutive. And this bill is not in the greatest of shape, unfortunately, so this is going back to the bank. And this is the closest I've gotten in quite some time. 3143, 341. If that last digit was a 3, I was hoping, because it's crispy, that it would be in the stack, but unfortunately it's not. We're 3 away, going back to the bank. Halfway there almost after this strap, and I'll bring you back in. Well, 5 down, 2 star notes still unaccounted for. And real quick, 787227. Had that been an 87, that'd be a cool note. Unfortunately, it's not. And basically 85, 88, 55. Make that 93 an 88 or an 85. We'd have a cool little binary note. Going back to the bank. Next strap, we need some help. Getting ready for strap 7, we are way below par for star notes. If we were playing golf, I'd be signing up for the Masters. Unfortunately, we're still sitting at 3 with nothing new. I did find a counterfeit $1 bill. Somebody tried to turn this into a 20. Hehe, just kidding. 2 things to talk about. Off center cut, 2013 series, and it does start with 3 zeros. I'm going to research and see if there's any value or merit to that bill. And then we got this one, 1995. Do we have a web note? We do not. Serial printing plate number needs to be up here. Unfortunately, that's going back to the bank. Come on, 7. Lucky number 7, maybe? Well, we did not get a complete bust. I got 2 more sequential origami doll hairs going in the pile. And we did get another star note, 2017. Not in the greatest condition, but we'll take it. That's 4 out of 7. We're back behind by 3. And I haven't looked yet, but we have a trinary web note potential. If I flip this over, and it is a web note, oh man. I might see if there's potential for a napkin in this condition as a trinary, just to see if it's got any potential value. Moving on, strap number 8. Well, with 2 straps left, we've got to pick up the pace. I got 2 more sequential origami money. That's going to the side. And then we've got a 01, which is January, 37, which is not a real date, 1952. So here's an example of a birthday note that is close, but no cigar. We've got two more potential web notes, 1988A. Haven't seen them yet. Okay, serial numbers at the bottom there. And then we've got a 1995. Please, maybe? No, we did not get one. All right. Second to the last strap. We need to get some more star notes because this is going to be a quick lookup at the end. Where are the goodies? Nothing, Burger. Last strap, please pick up the pace. Well, the good news is we actually have 7 bills to talk about. All right, we're gonna start it off. Another 1995. Did we get a web note? We did not, unfortunately. This one is, I think, called a tombstone, birthstone, birth note. I don't know. People make up stuff all the time. Maybe somebody famous lived from 1837 to 1921, so I'll check that out at the end. We got a really, I really wish this was July 4th, 1776. I put it to the side because it was a 1776 note. That's going to the bank. And then we got this one, 8190-8177, 13 off. That's the name of the game. This would have been a good one. It's a little crisper. And then check it out, everybody. We got 3 star notes in that last wrap. I can't believe it. And can anybody guess the year of this last one? 2013. We've got a potential duplicate serial number, so I'll be definitely checking that out. So not too shabby. We ended up with 7 star notes. I will bring you back in with a recap of all the finds. And yeah, hopefully we've got a duplicate. Somebody has that duplicate out there. All right, everybody, everything's been looked up. I did look up 1837 to 1921. Unfortunately, nobody very famous was, born and deceased on those years. So it's going to go back to the bank, unfortunately. I was hoping for something pretty cool. And before I get to the star notes, we're going to keep this 1981. This is the oldest bill in circulation that I have found. It is, 42 years old. I think that's pretty cool. Worth a keep until we find something older. And then we have this broken ladder note, not in the greatest condition by any means, but it is a broken ladder note and some people do collect them, so I will be keeping that and listing it. We got a cool little trinary and bookend, 503 on the end, so the 2-digit bookends aren't as collectible, but 3-digit bookends and trinary should fetch a few bucks over face value. And then we have this bill, which is off-center, and it is a slightly lower number. It starts with 3 zeros. It's under 100,000, so I'm sure somebody is going to want something like that. And lastly, before star notes, 1988A. Maybe somebody wants a trinary, even though this napkin has seen better days. I'll probably throw that up for a few bucks and see what happens. All right. Here are the numbers. So the total printing is on the left and the run size for that particular bill is on the right. And as you see, the only one that I find interesting, or the only 2, or actually 3, 4.34, 3.45, and 3.2 million. Unfortunately, none of these, even though the total print run and the individual run are low numbers, they're not really that rare. You need to be in like the 100,000s for the run size for it to be an actual rare note, but that's all right. These do fetch $2 to $3 above face value. Sometimes of the nicer condition ones, you can get $4 to $5, so that's pretty cool. Anyways, I've talked enough. I appreciate my family first and foremost for giving me time to hunt these bills and do this fun little hobby. Big shout out to my tellers for hooking it up with these bills and all of my searching material. And last but definitely not least, shout out to all my subscribers. Shout out to everybody that leaves positive likes in the chat and positive vibes in the chat with likes. And yeah, and with that, I hope you all have a good rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one.